My name is Tim Tesh. I'm the principal at the law firm of Ressler and Tesh. This is one of the most horrific cases that I've worked on involving the death of a child, and I've been doing this for 30 years. In this particular case, a very young child was murdered by his biological mother after suffering months of torture and starvation that was witnessed by his siblings and ultimately ended in a fatal blow to his head after being thrown from above head height by the mother onto a hard surface. We became involved in this case when we were contacted by a family member. The aunt was concerned because there had been lengthy involvement with Washington State Child Protective Services with this family before the child's death. There were 3 surviving siblings of this child, as well as 1 adult surviving sibling, and the aunt asked us if we would investigate whether there might have been a claim against Washington State CPS. So I handle a lot of cases against defendants such as Washington State CPS, and these cases are vigorously defended from the start. The state of Washington has obviously an entire office full of attorney generals. There were several assigned to this case. And the initial thing we look at in a case against Child Protective Services is, when did they become involved with the family? What were they supposed to do? What did they do or not do? And did that constitute an actionable claim under the laws of Washington State? Sometimes we'll investigate a case and decide that the state met the standard of care. And in other cases, such as this one, we find that there were omissions, that they didn't do their job, and that a child suffered or died as a result. In a case like this, where the state failed a child so horribly, our goal is to get in and effectuate a resolution that provides some justice to the surviving family and in the name of the child that died. Here, there were 4 beneficiaries of Anthony's estate, and we had 2 goals, really. One was to resolve the case in such a way that justice was done, and the second thing was to prevent, if possible, depositions and trial testimony of these young children. The 2 youngest were very young at the time this case was going on, and we hoped to avoid having to make them testify. That's not always possible, but that certainly was one of the goals here. And getting together a settlement package that the state would take notice of was the way we did that. And that's where DK Global was instrumental in helping us show the state of Washington that they did not want to try this case. As we were putting together our initial settlement demand package, we consulted multiple times with DK Global on the best way to present not only the horrible damages in this case, but also aspects of our liability case. The case proceeded closer to trial. It did eventually settle. I think part of the reason it settled is we kept developing with DK our trial exhibits, and when the state started to see what the final product was and how it was being refined between us and DK Global, there was eventually a multiple 8-figure settlement offer that was accepted.